Well, hello there. Welcome to another edition of Tree Talks at Kirkwood Garden Nursery. I'm Danny Moncheski, and today we just wanted to present some alternatives to you for Redbud and Dogwood, along with a nice overstory shade tree that we brought in containers for moving in towards the fall. Weather's breaking here. We're getting ready to gear up as much as everyone else here is. The first tree here we're going to talk about is the Eastern Hop Hornbeam. And this is a great alternative to a dogwood or a redbud with a similar size and shape. This here is single stem. Typically you find these in the understory canopy of forests all throughout Missouri in multi-stem. That's why I was so excited when we could find this as a single stem. It would make for a great, hardy, reliable, low maintenance, small shade tree, 25, 30 foot tall at maturity. Moderate growth rate, about the same growth rate as a redbud. Inconspicuous flowers. Its fruit is it's hop hornbeam, like false, basically false hops. So they look like little hops. They disintegrate when they hit the ground. So the mess, quote unquote, of this tree is minimal, but it will once it's established, be very hardy in the landscape and provide that good shade in the back of the yard, center of the yard, or in a front yard for sure, and not have to worry about maintenance when it gets too large. The next tree we're going to talk about here we brought in is something I feel is very underutilized in the landscape, much like the hop hornbeam. Both of these are kind of underutilized in the landscape right now. They're hardy, they're native to Missouri, which means they can establish themselves and again be low maintenance. But yellowwood here, it has a little more show to it, a little more pizzazz. In the spring, not every year, sometimes every other, you will get just a show of white flowers, like panicles we call it, drooping down through the whole thing. Kind of, lack of a better word, a waterfall of white flowers. Very, very cool to see. And then as you move towards the fall, it gets its name yellowwood from the bark, and the wood looks yellow, but the leaves themselves also get a yellowish hue to them. So it lends a little bit of contrast to the reds in the landscape. But again, a good replacement for a alternative for a redbud or dogwood, that similar size tree. We try to provide a lot of options here at the nursery. And with the container being a full root system, they're ready to go this time of year. And speaking of red fall color, we'll finish up with Shumard oak. And this is a 15-gallon Shumard oak. This is our large tree of the three here. And this is a great alternative to the overplanted red maple. The whole St. Louis region has a lot of red maple in the area for fall color. Folks like that because it's fast growing. Well, while oaks are slower growing than red maple, this is the fastest growing of the red oak group. So this is the fastest growing oak that we could bring in and provide, but also the Shumard gets a red fall color. I would stack it right beneath your red maple or your wildfire black gum, but it still does get a nice red fall color, provides a nice big broadleaf, and will get to be 40, 45 foot on a great site, 50 foot tall at maturity. Provides a nice broad, it's a great replacement again for a lot of the pin oaks coming out around St. Louis area. Don't discount the benefits that an oak tree can provide. Shumard oak is a great alternative. Provides for 300 plus different insects throughout the year to help kind of our local ecosystem thrive, even in your own front or backyard. So some great options here for going into fall. Again, some replacements for your red maples and larger shade trees that have had to come out. And then these yellowwood and hop hornbeam, some great alternatives to the smaller redbud dogwood sized trees, and all in a container, full root system, ready to go into the ground. This has been Tree Talks, and I'm Danny Moncheski, Kirkwood Garden Nursery. Thank you.